A new era of cannabis potency on the rise. Cannabis is more potent than ever before. Over recent decades, the concentration of THC, the psychoactive compound in cannabis, has skyrocketed. This increase is largely due to advances in cultivation techniques and the emergence of highly concentrated cannabis products. Edibles, oils and waxes now offer THC levels exceeding 60%, a far cry from the cannabis of the past. This dramatic rise in potency raises concerns about potential risks, especially for new and infrequent users. With higher THC levels, the intoxicating effects are intensified, potentially leading to negative experiences. Moreover, the long-term health consequences of consuming high-potency cannabis remain largely unknown. As cannabis continues to evolve, it's crucial for users to be aware of the changing landscape. Understanding the implications of higher THC concentrations is essential for making informed decisions about consumption and minimizing potential harm. Responsible use starts with knowledge, and in this new era of cannabis, awareness is paramount. The dark side of high THC risks and concerns. While cannabis is often touted for its potential benefits, it's important to acknowledge the risks associated with frequent and high THC use. One significant concern is the risk of addiction, also known as cannabis use disorder, or KUDKD, is a condition characterized by an inability to control cannabis use despite negative consequences. Heavy and frequent cannabis use, especially of high THC products, increases the likelihood of developing SAD. This is particularly concerning for young people, as their brains are still developing and more vulnerable to the addictive effects of substances. Furthermore, heavy cannabis use has been linked to various mental health issues. Studies suggest a correlation between heavy use and an increased risk of anxiety, depression, and psychosis, particularly in individuals predisposed to these conditions. While more research is needed to establish definitive causation, the potential link between heavy cannabis use and mental health warrants serious consideration. Cannabis use disorder, when use becomes a problem. Cannabis use disorder, or CID, is a real and serious condition affecting a growing number of individuals. It is characterized by a pattern of compulsive cannabis use despite experiencing negative consequences. CID can manifest in various ways, from neglecting responsibilities to experiencing withdrawal symptoms when not using cannabis. The diagnostic criteria for CID include experiencing at least 2 of the following symptoms within a 12-month period: using cannabis in larger amounts or for longer than intended, wanting to cut down or quit but being unable to, spending excessive time obtaining, using or recovering from cannabis use, experiencing cravings, failing to fulfill obligations, continuing to use despite social or interpersonal problems, giving up important activities, using in physically hazardous situations, continuing to use despite physical or psychological problems, and tolerance or withdrawal. It's crucial to remember that CID is a treatable condition. If you or someone you know is struggling with cannabis use, seeking professional help is essential. Treatment options may include therapy, support groups, and in some cases medication. Recovery is possible, and seeking help is the first step towards regaining control. Finding the balance, moderation, and mindful consumption. While the potential risks of cannabis use are real and should not be ignored, it's important to acknowledge that moderate and responsible use can be a positive experience for many. Cannabis can provide enjoyment, relaxation, and even enhance creativity for some individuals. The key to minimizing risks and maximizing potential benefits lies in moderation and mindful consumption. This involves being aware of your limits, using cannabis responsibly, and avoiding use altogether if you have a history of addiction or mental health issues. Moreover, it's crucial to wait until the brain has fully developed, typically around the age of 25, before experimenting with cannabis. This minimizes the potential for negative impacts on cognitive development and mental health. Ultimately, responsible cannabis use is about making informed choices, respecting your body and mind, and prioritizing your well-being.